What motivated me to join Pioneer Leadership Program was basically I got a pamphlet in the mail and I saw the amazing like retreats they went on and the pictures, and I was just like, I want to be part of this. I want to be part of this group. I want to engage with the community and then build relationships. Hi, I'm Mia Payne and I'm a freshman at DU. I'm majoring in political science and I'm minoring in leadership and Spanish, hopefully. And I'm from Aurora, Colorado. Usually when people think about inclusive leadership, they think diversity only. So they think like a bunch of different races and we include them all. What I got out of this class was that inclusive leadership can go on so many different levels. Of course, diversity is important to me. As a Black woman, I need leaders in the world who are going to be inclusive to my needs. But I also think we overlook people who aren't able bodied or people who have non extroverted traits, things that you would never really think of when it comes to inclusivity. But to foster an environment that's inclusive, you have to include all these people. You can't just look on the surface of people. You have to understand where people are coming from. Sure, someone might say something that as soon as they say it, you're like, what? But the thing is, you have to understand that everyone's coming from a different place. Everyone's coming from a different background. And you have to take into account their baggage in order to be a good leader. You can't just dismiss someone's statement just because you initially don't agree with it or don't understand what they're saying. You really have to dig deep and try to understand the people around you to be the best inclusive leader you can be. I hope that minoring in the Pioneer Leadership Program will add more of a bigger picture understanding to my learning, because I, like a lot of people, came to BU because of the academic standing and like everything that it can do for you. But I think that PLP will really add that community value and that look outside myself part that I'm going to miss from my formal education. I feel like the civic engagement that we get to do within PLP will really open my eyes to my community since I live in Colorado and help me like think outside myself and develop skills. But another issue that I'm very passionate about is gentrification. I live in Colorado and a lot of things that are happening now is historically Black neighborhoods are getting kind of turned over and turned into like trendy spots, and they kind of lose all their importance and all the people kind of get pushed out. So that's really important to me because I've seen it happen around the places where I used to live. And through my Serve to Lead, I hope to kind of combat this issue because I wonderfully get to work on the Juneteenth Music Festival. I'm very excited. But something about the Juneteenth Music Festival is that when it's in person, it takes place around the Five Points neighborhood, which if you're not from Colorado, you might not know, but it's a very important neighborhood in civil rights in Colorado. A lot of big events happen there, a lot of big things, and a lot of leaders spoke there. And I think getting our culture back into the community where it's kind of getting a little bit gentrified, a little bit, the people who used to live there don't live there anymore. I think it's important to preserve the history of the neighborhood and the importance it had to my community. And part of the reason is because that neighborhood is like kind of why I'm here today, kind of why I'm allowed to live in Colorado and have rights. Love that. And I think it's very important to address. And I think that civic engagement is important in general because you need to, like in life, you need to be a servant to your community. You need to inject your goodness into the community so it can thrive. And I think through Serve to Lead, we get to have that opportunity as freshmen in college to actually engage with our community and make it better. If you're considering applying to PLP, I would say that it doesn't matter if you may not see yourself as a leader yet, or you haven't been a leader in your past, haven't had the opportunity. This program will give you the opportunity not to only engage with the community and get all those good things, it would also give you the opportunity to build a community who will build you up and help you realize yourself as a leader, so that when you get out of college and you go to your first job interview or your first meeting or your first presentation, you can take all these skills and apply them to your real life.